Welcome to the Silicon Slopes podcast. I'm here with Scott Paul, and that is all I know for right now. I do have a couple of questions, and then I think we'll just get weird on a few things.
I like it.
Give us a little bit of context of your entrepreneurial background.
It's been going on for years, since I was a kid. And like most people, I did some hustle in junior high to arbitrage candy, or for me it was shorts that I had my mom sew, and then I would sell them, and they're all fluorescent colors in the 80s, and they went well, but never stopped. I never stopped trying to figure out some way to hustle a product, and that's been as diverse as hardware, social media apps, agencies. At the end of the day, though, I'm an igniter and not a marathon runner, so I don't succeed at going long run with something. I usually have to hand something off in about a year or two and go to the next thing. Call it ADHD, or just call it bad at follow through. But that's my gift, is starting.
Got it. So you chase shiny objects and start them for a year or two and then pass them off. And it seemed to work well for you.
Some of the times, like anything, I have a ratio, I have a batting average.
Yeah. Good enough for like Hall of Fame?
I've hit some singles. Maybe hit a double. That was just myself investing into crypto. That was probably my double. And I'm ready for a home run. I'm ready to make a household name right here in Utah.
Okay. Let's talk about that then. What are you doing now?
I'm bringing the world a chance to be their own bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot that goes into that answer. So how do you do that?
Well, right now, everything you do with your money, unless you put it under your bed or your mattress, is custodianed by some other exchange or bank or something. Unless you buy Bitcoin, right? I mean, and with your own private keys and everything. But in the last 2 years, this phenomenon called decentralized finance, or DeFi, is out, and it's taking the world by storm. And it's the application layer of cryptocurrency. It's the programmable part of crypto where you can essentially make a bank on the blockchain, and does all the thing banks do, right? Lend and borrow and leverage and provide liquidity to other banks and stuff. And so that's what our new app Giddy will do. It's going to be access, Giddy. It's access. Your own custodian. It's you custodian your own money and put it to work in the DeFi world, which is like the upside down world of normal banking. It's the not underground, but it's the opposite. It's the non-centralized. Banks are very centralized, and this is the uncentralized version of banking.
Okay. And we don't have time to go into like the origins of crypto and the basics of it. But yeah, banks are centralized, including like the Federal Reserve and Bank.
Yeah. And we don't even know how they work, really. You ask people about money, and they like people try to get on my case because I'm like crazy about crypto, and like, what does it really do? Where does it go when I buy a Bitcoin? Where does the actual money, the USD, go? And I'm like, when you buy a bond, where does it go? Like, we don't really know how money works.
Yeah.
The best thing about cryptocurrency is it's teaching kids about finance.
Yeah.
They're into it, and they have to start to understand that. So I love that it's teaching us about our own banking system right now.
Yeah.
We try to understand what crypto is.
Yeah. I think it might have been understandable when there was, it was backed up by gold.
A lot more understandable, right?
Yeah.
Kind of made sense.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pegged to this, a troy ounce of gold or whatever it was. I don't know how they measure gold. Carats? Troy ounce? Okay, whatever. Yeah. It was easier then. Fort Knox has this stuff.
Yeah.
And then I get the dollar. It's represented to X amount of the gold in Fort Knox. And that made sense. And then we stopped that after the Brentwood Agreement or something like that in the 70s. And now it's willy-nilly.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not for the faint of heart. It's, big finance, high finance, and it's tricky, right? Like some of the really good books, Too Big to Fail, about the recession.
Yeah.
Like, those are not dumb people.
No.
But it's also pretty ivory tower as well. All right. So, but
do you know how much money we've made in the last few years?
As a country?
Yeah.
20 trillion.
How much money did we have 2 years ago in circulation?
Dollars?
Yeah.
I don't.
let's just say it's a multiple. Like the graph looks like COVID in 2018 and then goes to COVID in 2021. It's like, there wasn't COVID, right? And then,
right.
That's our money supply. That's what we're printing.
Yeah.
We can't turn those things off. They're just humming. We're just making more ones and zeros. I don't know where the elves are that make them.
Yeah.
But they're doing a really good job.
They're doing great.
Yeah.
They're busy at the presses.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I mean, that runs into like what some people are experiencing with inflation and all of that. But I want to know, so if I'm on my way home and I want to buy duck decoys, I can
is that a coin or is that actual duck decoys?
Actual duck decoys.
Okay, because that could be a coin too. In the world we're in, that could be an NFT.
Yeah, but I want to use them in an actual physical lake.
Okay, and not in the metaverse.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
no, like I'm gonna have to. All 5 senses will be used when I use these duck decoys. But I know I can use a couple of dollar bills or debit or credit card. And I do have like crypto.
Yeah, and if you have in Coinbase, you could have a Coinbase credit card and debit card, or a Crypto.com card that gives you 8% back.
Yep. And then I can buy the duck decoys. Right?
Yeah.
So now it's making more sense than 4 or 5 years ago. Or
yeah, we couldn't do that a few years ago. Yeah, now it's actually like it can like pull from my crypto account right to my debit card, and now I can purchase almost anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's all fun and games until you need to like put gas in your car or buy a coat. Yeah, so at some point
I have filmmakers that follow me around, and they're paid in this magical internet money.
Yeah, but it turns into
they know how to turn it into stuff.
Perfect.
And and by the way, because they're paid in a different currency, they choose every week if they want to take their money and turn it into U.S. dollars to eat, or if they want to keep some portion of it and stake it into the land of crypto. And because this individual in particular has chosen to kind of do the bare minimum, turn it back into dollars, he's been paid almost double in a weird way, right?
Yeah.
His $100,000 salary is probably $150,000 salary.
Yeah.
Versus and if you made $100,000 of just cash this last year, it's actually more like $70,000 on what you can buy with it.
Yeah.
So we have to be making a lot more money as individuals to keep up with the price of gas, houses, food, anything you want to do.
Duck decoys.
Duck decoys. Are they gone up or are they just
They're up.
Stupid duck decoys, man?
Everything's just, it's a mess.
It's a mess.
But we were up in the mountains at an event in Eden.
Yeah.
That Arian Lewis and the Kiln crew put on. Delightful.
Shout out to the Kiln. Shout out to Arian.
Yeah, really well done. And we spent several hours just hanging out, and that's where I kind of first
we got to know each other. Yeah. You were about to bring Tim Cook to town and dealing with security detail and stuff. You were a little stressed out, and I'm like, stressed. I don't want to do that. I don't want his job.
Yeah.
I'll go listen to him speak and forget about all the hard work that goes into getting him here.
Yeah, and you were telling me about all the fun stuff you're working on, and then you were talking a lot about decentralized, right? So with Giddy, you've got all the other stuff out there that's been 10 years now.
Yeah.
The coins.
Yeah, Bitcoin, we're 2009 since the white paper was published. So it's been a long time. This is kind of tried and true stuff at this point.
Yeah, I remember in 11, 12, you could buy a piece of pizza with Bitcoin.
Yeah, several Bitcoin, right?
Yeah. But it was like, cool, I would do that if I could. The part I like about this is like Wild Wild West, and there seems to be some gambling element of it and some arbitrage.
Yeah. I feel like most of it is still gambling lottery.
Yeah.
Like, let's buy a ticket and get to the moon and get my Lambo.
Yeah. And that only happens like every couple generations where there's like something cool
like that could happen. Yeah. I mean, I would say almost every few hundred years.
Yeah.
That it's not an actual bubble where everyone's going to lose their shirt. It might be a real transition of wealth that actually sustains.
Yeah.
This time around, not a tulip festival or tulip, bubble, whatever happened back then.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's gone through ups and downs and critics and detractors and those that are in favor and like it. And it looks like it's going to win the day. But so with Giddy, you're trying to explain it, and I think crypto and decentralized is hard to explain to dumb people like me, but I'm starting to get it. And with what you guys are building and what you're in the process of doing now, it enables the layman or the person that doesn't have the time or inclination to live in this world that you're so passionate about and ultimately benefit financially, right?
That's the purpose of Giddy, is to teach people. We also bought the URL whatisdefi.com. It's a matter of just teaching, right? I all of this is no one really gets into crypto by their financial advisor, or it's usually someone. For me, it was hours in 2015 talking to a local crypto whale who just told me everything about Satoshi and all that. And so we really just have to kind of go and educate people. I do that every week. I have a course where I teach 100 people now. It's like, we have it almost every week going forward. We teach 100 people at a time, new people, about just the history of it. Just understand it. Once you understand something and you see that it's like a lot of people here that have, put effort into making utility here, and it's like it's not just a get-rich scheme for a lot of people. For a lot of people, it is truly a utility that hopefully will one day help our medical records follow us on chain, right? Literally in our own private wallet, that we don't have to like go call up all these companies and like, where's my health records? No, that's going to all be in our wallet.
Yeah.
All of our data will be distributed, decentralized, and owned by us. Yeah. That's what we're going for here, is a world that we're in control. Right now it's money. That was the easy thing to fix, was give money back to the people. But what's next is everything.
Yeah.
Your photos, your own individual AI that can help you through mental health crises. Everything's going to be on a private wallet that you own, that is sitting on public computers, literally distributed across the world, so not one EMP can take it out. Lives forever. It's immutable.
Electronic magnetic pulse.
Yeah, okay. EMP. That's like, because that's like a fear, right? I mean, sure. If you're centralized, that's a central point of failure.
Yeah.
So if someone want to coordinate an attack on a certain company here and take out their, a lot of times things are co-located now, but it's still not as beautifully distributed as the blockchain is.
Yeah. And when the aliens eventually invade, they're going to have a lot more things they have to destroy. Otherwise,
like, dang it, these humans.
They're decentralized.
They're able to talk on their decentralized social media app. We can't just go right after Jack Dorsey and shut him down. Now they're decentralized. We'll probably just join them. In fact, the aliens are probably the ones giving us this tech.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
I'm like, no, I'm not. I want people to believe me after this. I don't want to go to the aliens because I actually don't know anything about aliens. But we are trying to work with Brandon Fugel and Skinwalker Ranch and doing some projects that are up there that are in this space.
Yeah. Have you spent the night out there yet?
No, that is probably the single scariest thing that I can do on this planet, is spend a night out there after he told me the stories.
Yeah.
Have you watched any of that stuff or
no
stories?
I've talked to a few people.
You need him on this podcast. Do you want me to set that up for you? Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to talk real estate. We're going to talk Skinwalker.
Exactly. That's all you do, and then it'll be the single most viewed and watched episode.
Perfect.
You guys put out, because it's crazy. He's got a huge following of that stuff.
Love it. Yeah. Let's. So you mentioned that you do a weekly class, because for a lot of this, including me, I would need to get caught up to speed. Right.
Yeah. And I will send you the link right after this if you want to come to that. It's right here in town.
Okay. But where can they? Is it virtual as well?
It's on Eventbrite. I wish we should make a URL for it and just shoot the Eventbrite to. But no, it's not virtual. This is in person.
Okay.
Fed food and get to meet other people and get to meet people actually building on the blockchain that are been doing this for 9 years, type of thing.
Yeah.
Then I have a huge CryptoCon coming up back, because now that Silicon Slopes isn't using the January month to do the big thing, we thought we'd try to fill that with some crypto.
Good.
So we're going to do that 19th and 20th. To the Moon Conference, or Cryptotopia. I don't know what we're calling it yet, but it's going to. Got Tesla to sponsor it. We got some big names coming in.
Sweet.
So that'll be soon.
Cool.
And then we'll see a lot more. Utah is perhaps staged to be the best place to start a Web3 company. Web3 is this idea. It's not just crypto. It's the whole idea of DeFi, NFTs, decentralized products, things that are going to be owned by the people and decentralized. That's kind of the Web3 movement. Web2 is, Google, Facebook, all that.
Yeah.
Utah has incredible amount of Web3 startups that are just getting ramped up, and then some big companies that support Web3. So TaxBit is a massive company locally that's supporting a lot of the Web3 startups here in town. And we're going to see a lot more DAOs created, decentralized autonomous organizations. Those are going to be, like right now, a group's trying to buy RSL with a DAO.
Yep.
And they're going to try to, they just had this Constitution DAO that tried to buy the Constitution. There's no quitting on this. It's very quick to start a DAO. And so you're going to see a lot of attempts to essentially tokenize things and then like kickstart, kind of like get people to go buy the tokens and go do stuff, whether it be real estate or education DAO. We're going to see so many things happen in the next few years, and Utah's right in the middle of it. And we need to embrace that at the political level, and the existing companies need to be excited for that.
Yeah,
and attract people here.
Well, you're certainly doing a good job evangelizing.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to admit it, and I think most people do have a fear of missing out on the last piece of pie or crypto or whatever it is.
Whatever
right?
the thing is, right? Like,
right.
Yeah, NFTs are full of fear right now. People are making new ones. Like, I gotta get in that. I gotta get that monkey photo.
Yeah. So if I do have a fear of missing out, because I'm not like 100% squared away on everything.
I've
right?
never met anyone that is. So you're way ahead of. Even having this conversation, you're ahead of 99% of Americans,
which is good.
Yeah.
Right. Because there have been like land rushes or gold rushes.
Yeah.
And tax picks kind of the pick and shovel.
Yep.
Of that. But like people get crazy when they have the fear of missing out. So with these weekly sessions that you do, is there like an agenda? Can people come and ask beginner questions?
It's mostly for beginner. We call it 101. Yeah, 101. Cryptocurrency 101. We teach the origins of Bitcoin. We talk about the money supply. We talk about some of these just very basic things. And by the way, it's done completely volunteer. There's no money in it for myself or Kirk, who's really the show is an individual that's just been long in crypto and can talk about it really eloquently. And we feel it a moral imperative to teach like missionaries. Like, this is important to us.
Yeah.
There's no us getting rich from it. I mean, not from the teaching. We've done plenty well being holders of these coins, but the teaching is that we really feel that it's our responsibility to educate people so that they're at least seeing what is possible, and then also diversifying from a little bit of what we call boomer coin, which is U.S. dollars.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be holding all boomer coin. It's not doing that well. They can print as much as they want. We don't know who's in control. And if it was a coin, if it looked like a crypto, it would have all the worst tokenomics possible. Like, prints tons of it. It's totally centralized. Like, you don't want all your holdings of a portfolio. If you're holding value with of things, and that's how you measure your resources and wealth, why would you be stuck in just one currency that's
right.
been going down and inflating? Get yourself some crypto. We want everyone to have a whole Bitcoin. It's going to be really hard to do, but everyone should have one full Bitcoin, maybe 10 Ethereum.
Yeah.
And that's the education. It's just that. And then we'll feed you at the same time, and you'll meet a bunch of great people.
Yeah. And for those that so like I've been in the stock market since I was 12, and I enjoy it.
I love the stock market too.
And I enjoy everything about it. And if I don't trade options or stuff for like a year, I kind of have to relearn,
oh, really?
the ins and outs of.
Yeah.
You don't want to get burnt. By
options for sure. I mean, that's a little edgy.
Yeah, but it's fun, right? Like Ford makes moves.
Yeah.
Towards electric vehicles, and the stock price goes up. It's very complicated, corporate finance and all of that. But your people are diversified in their stock portfolios if they're smart, and then they might have a house and real estate and a car.
Yeah.
Bitcoin would be.
Yeah, we love that everyone's getting, like, you want to have a house, right? It's an asset that's proven to be
sure
scarce and holds value. Stocks and bonds are a necessary mix. Some people have insurance products like annuities and health insurance. Some people have cars right now are going up.
Yeah.
It's like, I was told that was an appreciating asset.
No, it depends on the car.
Yeah, I mean, right now it doesn't even matter. It's just like, what happens to all the money gets made.
Yeah.
So, I'm sitting there right now saying you should have FOMO. In fact, 100%. If you do not have any crypto, you should have such FOMO. And the worst part about it is I think people are avoiding it because of how they felt maybe 7 years ago about it, or 5 years, 3 years. They keep like thinking they're too late, and they keep doubting it and then hoping that it'll crash, and they get happy. My brothers love when it crashes because then they think for a hot minute they were right. And then it's just like, guys, we've been doing this for 7 years now, this dance. Like, I'm sorry, you're not right.
Yeah.
and it's never too late to get in. In fact, why do people think that there's a time to get in? You should always be buying and dollar cost averaging into stocks, into real estate, into crypto. Just always be buying high or low. That's a true investor. Hold for the long term.
Yeah.
Put what you can that you're not afraid losing into it.
Yeah.
Just be an investor.
Yeah. But it's time and inclination, right? All right, how do I get this out and buy more than one box of duck decoys, right? What if I want two, right?
I have an app for that. Actually, it's coming out. It's made for females though.
Oh, okay.
It's a crypto that's going to introduce the world of crypto to females. It's right now. It's not representative. I went to a crypto event last night. 60 people. I brought one of my partners from when I sold to Disney. She was the CEO of that company, and she's like, this is ridiculous. There's no one in crypto. She's seeing it as opportunistically. I'm going to bring females into crypto.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it through shopping. I'm going to make the reward of a card that you just get to go shop on.
Yeah.
Buy duck decoys. So really soon, it's going to be automatic. You're going to stake in this crypto, and you're going to have your little budget, your play budget, to go do all the hunting and stuff you want to do. It'll be solve that problem of how do I eat this stuff? How do I eat this crypto? Well, we're going to kind of force you to take some off the top and go use it in the real world and turn the economy up.
There we go.
Yep.
That's kind of the answer I was hoping, because again, I wasn't sure what we were going to talk about.
Well, then, if you guys heard this podcast, come join us. The company's going to be called Diamond.
Diamond.
Yeah.
And let's not tell my wife about that, right?
No, you want to tell her about it because she's going to start saving.
Okay, saving's better.
She's going to save. She's going to invest and be rewarded for investing in this new blockchain stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell her. The opposite is tell her about it. But you won't have to tell her because she'll know. It's going to be found out on Instagram when you're talking about it. Oh yeah.
Okay. So you just skim the top off when you want. But you're
it's automatic. Yeah. Your reward for your high yield reward. Crypto is so high yielding right now because so many people are coming into it, especially into the DeFi world, that you're talking double digit, triple digit APYs, annual percentage yields.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. It really is. And I've been doing it for a year. I've seen it. So we said, why not take some of that 100% return and take 30% of it and just put it on a card for people to go spend?
Yeah.
A Divvy card. Just let them go spend it. Make them spend it. Make it expire.
Yeah.
Let's get everyone shopping. That'll get females into crypto. I'm saying it right here. Someone's going to bring on the hate, but that's how you get my wife into crypto.
You don't care.
I should care, but I don't care. I just don't care.
It'll stimulate the economy.
Stimulate the economy. Yeah.
There you go.
And it'll stimulate. You'll go buy duck decoys. It's not just everyone shops.
Right.
Yeah. You want your secret budget to go blow on some crazy stuff at Sportsman Warehouse. I get you.
Yeah. Exactly. And over under this RSL team gets acquired by.
I don't think it'll happen, but I think we're going to make a noise and we're going to bring everyone together so that we're ready to buy the next one. And I'm going to talk to Ryan Smith. Someone's going to get me a meeting with him, and I'm going to talk to him about taking about 10-20% of the ownership of the Jazz and tokenizing it for ownership of the people and the fans. He should do that.
Yeah, and that'll go up or down, right?
Mostly up.
Mostly up.
Yeah, but eventually when it stabilizes, it'll go down and up and down, depending on how well the DAO is doing and the players and the management. But a lot of the voting, there'll be a lot of participants able to vote on certain things, and I don't know how it'll work.
Yeah.
But I'm declaring right now I want to talk to him and make that something where the people feel more than just fans. Why aren't sports teams owned by people?
Yeah. Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, they are. There's one group up in Canada and the Green Bay Packers, but the Green Bay Packers don't get to make any decisions. They just kind of, and I don't even think they get to really sell the ownership. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, they don't.
So it's like let's make it so it's fluid and come in and out of it.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. It's noted that you want a meeting with Ryan.
Yes, note that.
Let the record.
Look at that irony right there. It says the app from the Jazz just comes up on my phone as I said that, and it's shooting me on my Apple Watch some shirt that I should buy. That's pretty cool. We're in a metaverse right now, almost probably. It's real.
It's real. Well, cool. I I really appreciate you taking the time. I'd like to have you back on
Yeah,
periodically.
I'd love to bring someone on too that I think would be really helpful.
Because one of my favorite parts is of this job is talking to people that are genuinely excited about what they're doing and the way the world's moving. And a lot of folks kind of are medium excited. They're just excited for the payday or just going through the process and learning. But you're genuinely excited, and it kind of motivated me.
I hope it's infectious because I believe the world's going to really great places. Yeah. And I believe the world will go where we make it go, meaning it's not headed towards doom and gloom unless we get doom and gloom into our system.
Sure.
So I feel like a real big responsibility to be very optimistic, and I see in the AI future that's benevolent. Yeah. I see a future that just isn't scary. It's full of love and good stuff.
Yeah. So when I was driving away from that event, I'm like, man, that's a happy person because he's solving problems, and like all of this stuff's new and nascent, really. You can say it was 2009, but that's like that.
That's new. That's new.
Way new.
Yeah. That's
very new. And that you're really enjoying it. So yeah, I'd love to have you on periodically for updates and
absolutely
fear of missing out level.
Yeah. I think we need to go, you got some meeting room right here. We should do a little 101 here. I'll get the Crypto Slopes group. There's actually a group called Crypto Slopes. Yeah. You don't sue them, just enjoy them, just partner with them, and then let's do an event here and get Bitcoin 101 coming. Okay. I'll fill this room up in 2 weeks if we need.
Guaranteed. Yeah, it's all the rage right now, and I was kind of like your brothers. I'm like, we'll see. But I got in a few times at a few different levels, but it's always tricky with the tracking and keeping up with it. But it sounds like a lot of those problems are being solved. So
yeah, all the problems will be solved, and it's there's so much right now. The hottest job in the world right now is trying to find a Solidity developer. That's pretty much the one that can make smart contracts, and the developer that can create these products and these tokens, and you can't find them.
Yeah.
So
maybe they're in the metaverse.
They're so high demand. So that's maybe every company in the world is trying to figure out, we want to do an NFT. We want to do this for the Super Bowl. Like everybody's trying to get into this space so fast, and so something's happening. Yeah. And I just think it's good to be on the side of like the positive side of it. Like let's embrace the change and see what we can all contribute to that change.
Yep.
Well, thanks.
Cool. Thank you, Scott.
Let me on this.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.